I've created all of my wealth in 4 distinct periods. In the very beginning with my gym, I had a 30-to-1 return on advertising. The reason that arbitrage existed, meaning I put $1 in, I get $30 out. I put $1,000 in, I get $30,000 out. The reason that arbitrage existed was because Facebook at the time was wildly underpriced. I'm just going to be very honest. That's why that first arbitrage happened. The next arbitrage that occurred was in gym launch, where we got 100-to-1 for the first year. I spent $100,000 and made $10 million. Yes. And as a side note, most of the very wealthy people that I know had distinct periods of time where opportunity presented itself, and then they just backed the truck up. They just went all in on that thing. What happens in between is you make normal money, but it's those windows of time where these opportunities present themselves where you can just make crazy money. So gym launch was 100-to-1. And the reason it was 100-to-1 was because the product that I was selling was the 30-to-1 thing that I had from the gyms. And so everybody who became a licensee then was immediately printing money in their gym. And the product was so good, what ended up happening, I say, and so now I'm going to give you like a look behind the curtain here. I say at 100-to-1, which I did, but the reality is I just spent $100,000 and made 10 million. And a lot of that was from word of mouth. Because if I had spent $0, I don't know how much money I would have made versus spending the $100,000 that I did on ads, but I still probably would have made a decent amount of money on 0 ad spend because the people who came in, got the result we promised, and then told 5 other gyms. And especially in a niche, the people, everyone knows everyone. The smaller the niche, the smaller the local market, the more connected it is, and the more word of mouth matters. And that's where you can get these absurd returns. That's when you get into this, like, it feels like printing money. Because if you have good margins on the thing and you have 0 cost to acquire or very low cost to acquire because of the word of mouth, then it just goes nuts. And you just you're just accepting money hand over fist. You're like, oh my God, this is unbelievable. And if anything, that's when you kind of like throttle back to make sure that you can consistently keep that word of mouth and you can deliver on your promises.